Hey everyone, this is Candid Ann and
Peace YouTube, Missy and Tia.
And we are back again with our financial series. So, do you want to begin?
Sure. Now we have two different methods that you can try. One that I really like that worked really well for me, and then Candid Ann will share what worked well for her. So what really worked for me and what I would recommend for what worked well for me is getting all of the debt now and putting it in chronological order, okay? And obviously this is excluding anybody that you've done a debt settlement with because you're already in arrangements with those. So outside of anything from a debt settlement, what you want to do is list all of those debts, okay, in order from smallest to largest of creditors that you owe money to, okay? That's on your credit report, or that you know is getting ready to go on the credit report, or that you have right now. List all of them in, I think it's ascending order, okay? So, and what you want to do is what I like to call is a snowball debt reduction. So you have your first bill, which is going to be the smallest one, okay, and let's just say that is $300, okay. What you want to do is start making payments on that, something that's going to significantly impact it. Let's start with like $50, okay. So you want to start with $50 while you're paying the other ones off, because you can't stop paying those, but you're going to pay the minimum on those, okay, and you're going to pay more than the minimum on the first one, okay, and maybe if you can even double the payment on that, or make it a payment and a half, and start paying that off. Once that smallest bill is paid, move on to your next payment, okay? So the next one, you should already be paying the minimum amount. Now, because you're done paying the first one off doesn't mean that you can just take that money and then go, and chillax with it because, oh, now I paid that off. No. What you're going to do is you're going to compound that to the next one. And so you're going to be paying the minimum on the second one, and you're going to compound it from what you were paying that you paid off and add that payment to that one. And so now the second one, the second smallest debt is now getting a larger payment. And continue to do that until you have paid off all of your debt. And that's the snowball debt reduction, that as you continue to go down and pay off your debt, you are paying more and more and more, because you are compounding the payments that you are already used to paying and paying that on the next one. And once you're done paying that one, you move to the next one. Next thing you know, you'll be paying probably $300 or $400, on one debt per month or on a bi-weekly basis to get that paid off, probably in a more expeditious manner, while you are, paying the other ones at the minimum monthly rate.
Right, exactly. And so my suggestion or my method of doing this is basically the same, except that instead of working from the smallest debt to the largest debt, I organized mine in a fashion that dealt with the highest APR, paying that one off first, because you're going to pay more interest on it. So my frame of mind was like, do that same method where you pay minimum on everything else just to get that going, and put your extra payments towards the highest APR. But to be quite honest, either way that you decide to go about this, whether you do it with the smallest debt first, like Miss ENTF prefers, or you do it with the highest APR and work your way down, as long as you are paying it, as long as you have a strategy, that's all that matters. And that's what I want you guys to know. Have a strategy, go ahead, do it, be consistent with it, and eventually it will go away. It doesn't matter if you choose my way, her way, or you come up with your own way. And that's the main thing that we want you guys to take with you. Some of you guys are like, okay, this sounds good, but I don't have any freaking money. Okay, the reason why I was using my credit cards is because I'm up to my ears. So we want to make some suggestions to you guys on how to find the money. And one way that we were discussing is the next video is going to be within 2 weeks. Okay, And this is going to be the homework. This is going to be the challenge for you guys. And we're dead serious. You're going to take a book and you're going to write everything down in that book that you buy just for 2 weeks. I'm not saying go crazy, but for 2 weeks, you know, right? I don't care if it's a piece of gum, if it's lunch, if it's your manicure, your whatever it is. If money is coming out of your bank account, you're going to write it down. This way, you can take a look at where the hell the money is going. Okay?
And so we don't want you to change anything that you normally do. So, because, you know, not to psych yourself up or like, oh, I'm going to try to pull back a little bit on spending this, or just remain normal just give yourself for the next 2 weeks, okay? And just like exactly what Candid Ann said.
So that's the first thing that you're going to do. On top of that, some other suggestions that we had was to take a look at your current bills and get rid of your subscriptions, things that you don't need. Like, I know some of you guys like Jewel Mint, Shoe Mint, different subscriptions that, like, if you have to take that cable bill, if you got 4 boxes, bring it down to 1. Get basic cable on the rest of the boxes. Whatever it is. I mean, I don't know what everyone's situation is like, but take a look at all your subscriptions.
Anything that's drawing, you know, from you monthly, that could be taking up any of your disposable income, you know, pretty much you're going to have to cut it out. You're going to have to make sacrifices. And I know sometimes it's difficult, but that's a necessary step to get to where we're going. You know, you could always get those things back once, you know, you are living in the comfort of being, you know, debt-free.
Don't accept, well, we have this package, well, we have this offer. No, you're going to just cut it out. You're going to cut it out, okay?
And then also feel free to, as well, you know, start looking at your cell phone bills. Start looking at your cell phone bills and looking at what usage and what plan you're at. Have them go back if you don't have access to it, or if you're not able to pull it up online for some strange reason, but that information is available when you log onto your account online. Or if you want to, call the customer service and ask them for the last 3 months how many text messages, because some people have unlimited. You know, you pay more for unlimited, and there's a little bit of comfort with having an unlimited plan.
Right.
I have an unlimited plan. I had an unlimited plan for my son, but you know, when I call them because I'm like, I got to do something about this damn cell phone bill. He was only sending out like 200 text messages, like on average per month. There was no need to pay for unlimited because we weren't anywhere near that.
That's a great point. That is a great point. Yeah, totally. I totally agree with that. And you were talking about your entrepreneurial skills when we were speaking.
Yeah, and also moving on to like the next part is, you know, also finding ways to be able to create some, you know, residual income for yourself. You know, I'm a freelance writer, and that was something that I was doing to supplement my income, but now I'm doing that on a regular basis. So, you know, utilize your skills and talents and capitalize on those to be able to earn extra money or whatever it is. You know, if you want to be an Avon rep, I don't think it costs anything to be an Avon rep. You know, pass the magazines out and the Avon booklets out around work, you know, because other parents are like, we want you to buy these cookies and it's Girl Scout season and my kids having this and my kids having that, and they want you to buy all this stuff to support their child and their school. Well, how about this? I got my little side hustle. I'm selling Avon or I'm selling Mary Kay. You know, some of them take, go ahead.
I'm just laughing because I love you. You're like, how about this?
Right, I'm serious. I just had a little flashback, but you know, you know, it's a little community at the workplace. You know, you support other people's children's endeavors and sales that they have going on, and when it's Christmas time, they have a little book. You know, and their kids want to, you know, come in first place for selling so many items. You know, do that as well. Selling the Avon, getting involved in Mary Kay if you're interested in that. I mean, direct sales right now is booming. I mean, you go on the internet right now, since the economy, when the economy was really bad, and even still now, direct sales is off the charts. Avon, Mary Kay, you know, if you want to go and throw the newspaper, you know, on Sunday mornings to earn a little bit of extra cash.
That's right.
You know,
turn your nose up at anything. Don't turn your nose up at anything because you know that you have a goal in mind. Just because you're doing it because you want to go ahead and tackle your bills or whatever, you don't know. No one knows what your situation is like, and they don't have to know. You like it. You like the product. You're into it. They don't have to know anything about why you're doing it.
And then also feel free to have a garage sale. I mean, people come up off of garage sales, you know.
Right.
So
Right.
engage in things.
In your house.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I agree. I was just saying you might have a bunch of things in your house that you don't even use or even want. And I'm glad that you mentioned the garage sale because I just wanted to piggyback off of that because it reminded me of a girlfriend. It was very popular now. People are having these jewelry parties where, you know, like you'll host a party and people would come over with old jewelry that they don't even use or want, and they make money. They sell their jewelry and you get some kind of money back based on how much they sell or something like that. They have all these different kind of, they got toy parties, lingerie parties, whatever you're into. You just want to host a one-time party where you're like, you know what, I know a bunch of friends that have all types of old 80s jewelry that we don't use anymore, that's broken, that you might have a party. You might have I think someone had like a Coach bag party. There's all these different kinds of ways of making money. Don't turn your nose up at some of these things because if you make $400 from it, don't use that money at all. You're going to go ahead, take that chunk, and you're going to hit off one of your credit cards.
Yep. And start filling up using your change. Don't use your change to buy a 99-cent fry at, you know, McDonald's. Don't use that change to buy something at the store. Keep that change and keep it and accumulate that money in that piggy bank, and you'll be amazed at how fast, you know, it'll fill up. So, you know, keep in mind, because people just think change, oh, whatever, it's at the bottom of the purse, it's in the car, you know, and oh, pennies, whatever. Honey, get to putting them things in some piggy banks or a jar somewhere.
The other thing we were speaking about was Miss Ian Tiff and I both agree on this, was clipping coupons. And before we even like get into the whole couponing thing, for those that have seen extreme couponing, we're not saying that you have to go that route. Okay, if you want to go that route and you have the time, then all power to you. But for me, I ain't got that type of time. What I did was I used the coupons for stuff I was going to buy anyhow, like toothpaste, things that we're not going to spoil because it's just me and my husband. I can't go buy a whole heap of stuff. It's going to spoil on me. So soap, deodorant, lotion, whatever you know you're going to buy, just go to coupons.com. It doesn't cost you anything.
Never underestimate the savings of what coupons can do for you. And like Candid Ann said, you got coupons.com. You can go to Krogers.com. They have an online free coupon things there. And don't forget, like at certain stores and Kroger's, you're allowed to, you can double your coupons because Kroger's has coupons specifically for their store, and then you can use the manufacturing coupon as well. And so sometimes you can get, you know, a double bang for your buck.
Right.
So never underestimate the value of a coupon. I've saved, you know, $20, $30, $40 on my grocery bills.
Right, and definitely please go ahead, if you haven't done so already, go to Procter & Gamble's website and sign up for their mailing list. They will send you some really good coupons. Comes directly to your house. It ain't costing you anything. Those are just some ideas. Those just this we can go on, you know, we could talk about thrifting, we could talk about like so many other things, but you get the idea. When you're dealing with trying to find money, you have two choices, guys. You can either make more money or reduce your expenses. That's the only way you're going to be able to do it. So you're going to have to find a way to get that done. Either reduce your expenses or make more money.
And then what do you do? And if you can't reduce your expenses, then what do you do with the money that you've reduced your expenses with? It's not extra money because it's so tempting to like, oh, well, now I can go and, you know, get me these shoes, or I can go get that lipstick or that lip gloss, or I can go get, you know, those pair of earrings. No. If you reduce it and you have found a reduction, a literal reduction, or let's say you cancel your Netflix subscription, what are you going to do with that $10 or $15 or $12 per month savings now? That's going to go towards paying something off or some type of debt.
Anyhow, that's it. This video is a little bit long, but we wanted to give you guys as much as possible because it's going to be 2 weeks before we come back again and we discuss the next portion of, you know, how to deal with the list, all the things that you guys have, okay? Take care, guys. Love you guys. And talk to you guys in 2 weeks. Bye.
Peace out.